This is my early works on paper in the 80s. I got this paper from Recycle Paper Factory. They give me rows and rows of large format paper. I glue together and paint on it. And I also did some image and cut it out and post it in the street in Lower East Side and East Village. And this is a couple of examples that I did. During that period of time, I met other artists. I met Arlene Slosh, and this is a show she curated. That's an Asian and Asian American artist group show in 1985 at her gallery, A Gallery. And I also met Alan Doherty, the Red Spot Outdoor Slide Theater, and we have a couple of projects work together during the 80s. And in the 80s, we co-found artist collective called Epoxy Art Group, and we have 6 co-founders. And it's project oriented. There's no membership. People just chip in for the project. And so we have many projects together, and founded, I think it's the first show is, I think it's 1982, and the last show is 1988. And this is a project that Epoxy collaborate with Red Spot. We curate an outdoor slideshow and invite other artists to participate. And that's another project that Epoxy work on. It's called 36 Tactics. This show have been showing at many museum and gallery. And first it's we show it at Alternative Museum and Sabrina Fong Gallery, and then New Museum. This show included in the Decade Show at the New Museum. And this is the 4 members work on that show, 36 Tactics. And this is the last show of Epoxy. I think it's 1988. And the show is at Asian American Art Center. Then in the 90s, I co-found another artist collective called Godzilla. This is a t-shirt. There's all the eyes. I remember all the artists get together at Helen Oji's loft and work on, each artist draw an eye. I don't know which one is mine. And that's the Godzilla Art Network. And before that, we have Tuesday Lunch Club. A whole bunch of Asian American artists hang out every Tuesday and find a place to eat and chat. And the only criteria to find the restaurant is they got to be affordable. The food has to be good, and the waitress, they don't bother us. So the Godzilla, I think the last show is created by Art in General in the year 2000, and that's the last show, and then Godzilla defunct. And in year 2000, I co-found another artist collective. It's called Tomato Gray. This is the 6th co-founder, and this is the first show in New York at the White Box. And I did the mirror in the background. And after work on all those murals, I did some public art too. This is the subway station in New York, Canal Street, and I also did another one in Hong Kong, Kowloon Station, and also I did some painted mural in the museum. And this is the first picture diary I published with the grant from NEA. Let me see, I can flip it. Yeah, this is there's some of the image of I selected some image within that 10-year period of time. Okay, that's the picture diary, the first one, and this is the back cover. And let's see. Okay, this is my so-called studio, and I can show you. This is my work in progress. Okay, let me see. Wow, this is my exercise too. Every day I have to do it this way, and then I change my hand. I do it. Wow, it's heavy. Wow. Okay, this is heavy too. All right. Hey. Okay. This is my work, and let's see. Okay. Yeah. So I did this last night, and look at this image. People love to ask questions, and also they say, "Oh, this looks like a very cartoonish." I say, "Yeah, because I grew up in Hong Kong. I got all those comic books like Mad Magazine, National Lampoon, and DC Comics, and Marvel, and all that." Oh yeah, no wonder. And then living in New York or living in the state, a lot of questions. You bump into people ask you question, and to me the most common question they ask, and two common questions they ask, and they always ask twice, such as like, "Oh, Ben, where are you from?" I say, "I'm from New York." And they will ask again and say, "I mean, where you really from?" And then I don't know how to answer that, and I just say, "Oh, I'm from the Midwest, Ohio." And that's all I can say. And other question people ask is, "What do you do, Ben?" I say, "I'm an artist." And then they will say, "Well, I mean, what you really do for job?" Oh, I say, "I draw every day, and I'm a drawer. And drawing is not a job, right?" And any other question? Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Perhaps see you sooner. Bye.